Start streaming. Yo, welcome back to another edition of Three Men and a Vape Show. We have got proper potato internet, so don't worry about it. As you can see, we are one light. The poor Salford Vapor is not very well at all. So if you are a friend of his on Facebook, just go over to him and say you send a little bit of love to him, because he's not feeling too well. Big love to the Salford Vapor. But I've got my normal co-host with me, the wonderful Flat Cat Vapor. How are you, brother?
Evening, very well, thank you.
And I have actually got my actual brother. You know him as Solo, I know him as Marky Poos, or my wonderful Alf. He is my brother. And we've also got Steve, the BFG, and they're both from Tales of the OHM, which you can find them on a Sunday at 2 p.m. on Solo's channel. But we're going to talk a little bit more about them in a little while. So how is everybody?
Marvelous.
All right.
Do you two ever accidentally call each other by your reviewers' names?
No.
That was just like around the table. Like, oh, Solo, pass me the ketchup.
Yeah, Christmas. Little bro, would you like to pull my cracker?
Saying that, I've always called you little bro, though, haven't I?
Yeah, you always called me little bro. Well, that's obviously the sort of way my name came around, because obviously I was going to call myself Little Solo, but no, we had to. I was a little bro Vapes.
I told him he can sod off calling him send that. You're not calling you are not calling yourself Solo. That's my name.
Well, it wasn't that way. It was because obviously you'd sorted it all out where your name came up on Google and stuff like that, wasn't it? So you don't want me to copy on that. I've copied you all my life, really. So the CVWs are in there. Big shout out, Dean. Love you loads, brother. Flat Cat, for a change, do you want to just do a couple of shout outs in the chat?
Yeah, let's say hello to the lovely people who we got. Let me just scroll up. Oh, remember to switch to live chat, everyone, in case you've forgotten. Top chat is for losers. Chris L, good evening. Chris L's always first. Good evening, Chris. Hope you're right. Tony, oh, look, BFG's in the house. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Andy Harris. We've got the Late Night Vape Show. That must be Mick. Is that Mick? I thought so. Yeah. Stuart Ayrton, how are you doing, Stuart? Jay Jerry, how you doing? Timmy's in the house. Was that Andy Harris? Bill Richards, how you doing, Bill? Dion78, Neil Hart, Vaping Pasty, Flashy 1221's in the house as well. Solo, hello. Gav Evans, Rob from Zeus Dupe. Hello, Rob. How you doing, mate?
Hey, Rob.
Oh, Rob.
Bunny's in. Bunny's in.
Oh, hello.
John Lyon. I'm going to say it wrong. One more. Rufus, Jenny, Craig, Elric. How you doing? Mark and Emma in house. Obviously, Dean, the lovely Dean, the Devil Vapor. Thank you for the CBWs. Salford's in. Salford's there. Hi, mate. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. We're all thinking of you. Kieran, the lovely Kieran Sin is in. Ian Murray, Blazing Vapes, Trigger Vapes. I think that's everyone. Daryl, hello. I think that's everyone. If I've missed you, I'm terrible.
You've done really well there, bro.
Yeah, I think that's everyone. If I said you twice, then yeah, that's extra special. Irish, I heard.
Put me to shame on a Sunday, mate, so don't worry about it.
He's done really
Makes
well.
your eyes go funny, doesn't it? Well, you know.
He's done really well. I normally get everybody's name wrong. So thank you very much for joining us all on this wonderful Wednesday evening of lockdown. It's nice to see you all in. So we'll do what we're vaping on later on. We'll do a little bit different. Obviously, the lads are from Tales of the OHM. Do you want to just give everybody a little bit of how this all come around? Because it is a different type of vape show, if you could really put it as a vape show. They talk about everything from music to old toys, and it's one of them proper chill-out shows, and I really do love it. Do you want to tell us how it came around?
You want to go for it, Steve?
Right. Imagine, if you will, the front drawing room of Solome Towers, where his lordship Solome was holding court along with his queen, the fair Jan, and we were talking shit, basically. And Jan turned around and said, "By God, there's a show in what you two have just been talking about." And at which point, Mark got a twinkle in his eye.
He needed a poo.
So we just built it off that. Basically, the Sunday show is the pub without the beer.
Because it was actually going to be. It started off as a podcast, didn't it?
It did originally, yeah.
Yeah.
We started off as a podcast. We thought, because obviously there was when it split from the Vape UK network, everyone were going on at all different times. And we didn't know when people were going on and things like that. So we thought going down the route of a podcast, if we did it in the podcast, then obviously we won't interfering with anybody else's live show. That was the original idea behind the podcast. So we pre-recorded, and I thought, well, we've already pre-recorded. I might as well put it on YouTube as a pre-record. And people I was enjoying it and said, we'd like to see you live. So that's how it changed from being a podcast to actually being livecast as well.
Because it has got that feel of a vape show, because obviously you do talk about little bits of vaping, but it's like the last month really, or last 3 weeks, you've been doing a lot of, and loads of people have been doing it, the favourite albums and the music that they've done. So, and it's one of them ones, when I'm like doing my editing and stuff like that, I stick it on in the background and have a little giggle as well, because it's quite funny. And you've been doing old toys and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, we did old toys.
Oh, yeah.
We just generally chew the fat. It's a Sunday afternoon, chill out, and we just chew the fat and talk about old stuff.
I mean, the music, I think it was 2 episodes ago, wasn't it? That started just with I posted a YouTube link, and then it just snowballed, and it snowballed, and it snowballed, and we ended up just literally talking about music, and it was absolutely brilliant.
There's a compliment for you from Trigger. Solon should do audio books so I could listen to him for hours. Beautiful voice from a beautiful bloke.
Mark, how many times people have said that? How the dulcet tones and that you could read, like a bit like Thingy Fried does Harry Potter and that.
Well, it's like your mate on your Sunday show, Mick. Is it Mick?
Mike.
Mick. He's always asked me, he ought to do audiobooks. Put him to sleep, bless him.
Dean, Devil Vapor, come up with a good thing. Obviously, me and Mark was first on the UK Vape Network when he first started with the last of Summer Vapes, and then unfortunately his brother followed him there as well, like he's done for most of his life, followed him around.
Aidan, something? It was Dean that got me onto the UK Vape show.
Was it?
Originally. Yeah, it was Dean, yeah.
On the VUK Network?
Yeah, the UK Network.
Well, the one thing that he said there, which is I'm going to be talking about this, about shows, the different types of shows and how they are, is that it did give a little bit of structure, didn't it? You knew that, obviously, you used to have from 4 o'clock till late on at night that you'd got vape shows all the way through just on one channel. Do you think it's made any difference now? Everybody sort of like, you just go on whenever you want to go on?
I think in the original, when it first happened, it was a bit disorganised. But I think slowly but surely, especially what I would class as the vape family, because there is a vape family going off in the community. And I think we've all found our own little slots, and we respect each other. And I think that's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get a sort of regular crowd in chat for Tales from the OHM, and it is like a little family. And it's lovely going to different shows, bumping into chat, and then you'll find a little core of the people that watch you on a Sunday in there, and then it just kicks off. It sparks up that chat as well. It's brilliant.
Well, to be honest, that's how obviously you really met Mark and me, because we were at the same time. Me and Mark were doing a bit of a vlog when we'd got into Giggles, and you just sort of like stood back, weren't you? And then you got talking to Mark and me, and we worked out that you were from Portrait, and the rest obviously is history. It's strange, isn't it, how it all works?
Oh, too right. I mean, I relayed this tale, I think, on Gaz's live, the big show we did, bumping into you two, and then standing in this circle of people that I've been watching about vaping, and I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing here? Complete fanboy, I mean, there's Bunny over there with I think Roy's Vapes was over. There was Mark, Jan, you. It was such a giggle. It really was such a lovely bunch of people. And then I got to meet Gailey.
I think Vaping Bunny says it there is, I wouldn't have the friends and family I have now if it weren't for the vaping and the network. I will be forever grateful for the VNK for that. I just had a mini stroke. And if I'm totally honest with you, me and Mark wasn't having loads to do with each other because we lived far away. Obviously, we still talk with the kids and stuff like that. And it sort of brought me and Mark a hell of a lot closer with obviously the vaping stuff after I had my mini stroke. So, yeah, I think that's a major thing. Gaz, do you think there's a lot... And before I say this, I'm not picking on any shows that are coming out there or anything like that. Please don't think I'm saying that. Do you think there is a lot of shows where people think, I'll just go live and there's no content to it, or do you think, what's your thought on it all?
Yeah, it's a real tough one, but I think, like you said, there is a bit of a family sense going on generally. I also think it's important for people to not feel they can't go live because it's their channel, their baby in the day. If they feel they should go live for a reason, then they should. There's absolutely no problem. And if someone's, if you've got a live show on and someone else is on, generally, I don't know how you guys feel, but generally I'm not bothered. Like you say, you have a bit of a following, a bit of a core that will watch your shows, so that's the way it is, And if like the Saturday night show, I feel we've got a little bit of a following, and then other Saturday night shows, True Vapor and Mark's, they've all got their own followings, and people are going to watch what they want to watch. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I also find that a lot of people do the catch up now, don't they? They think, I've got these shows. I don't necessarily have to watch it live. I'll watch it afterwards, and they can catch all the shows that are on.
I think it's great when it works out. Like like today, obviously Dean goes on for an hour, and then he's worked his schedule around 3 Men in the Vape show. So he's on before, and then then this show, and it's the same on other days. People are kind of filling in the gaps, which I think is great.
I think after us there's Benny Vapes, and then you've got after that you've got the Cart Vapor. They're doing the DIY stuff on a Wednesday, which is good. That's what I meant, is the diversity of shows. I was thinking about it today while I was in the bath about the every show seems to start off the sort of the same thing, innit? That we all go, what we're vaping on. And then, so the first 20 minutes, he goes around about what you're vaping. And a lot of us are vaping on the same shit as what we vaped on last week. And that's what I thought. I thought, well, this week we'll start off where you don't do that. Do you think some shows think that we have to stick to that format of, right, first of all, you've got to do what you're vaping on, and then you've got to do this, you've got to do that. Do you think a lot of shows stick like that?
That's why I really liked what Paul McCartney done with the interrogation. Because it was just something completely different to the normal kind of talky kind of show.
I'm actually doing his next week, so check out for when that comes out. I'm not sure what day it is, but I'm interrogating him. That's going to be fun.
I do hope there's not alcohol involved.
Oh, there'll be plenty. If it's absolutely with him, there's always some alcohol involved. He's one of the loveliest people in vaping, and this has affected him a little bit, obviously, because I don't know, same as you, obviously, all of us being stuck indoors, it's really sent him a bit lula.
I'm not too bad because I'm still going to work 5 days, so it's not so bad.
What do you actually work as?
Nothing I'd want to say on camera, but I work in high security forensic mental health establishment. So,
well, we'll leave that right there. We don't want to be messing around with the fucking MI5, do we? That's it. we'll go into next expo whenever it's on. He'll be dressed as Men in Black, won't he?
No.
Just rad, really. Just rad with it.
I make this look good.
But yeah, just going back onto your show, it has got that lovely feel to it. Again, there's no drama, there's nothing about it. It's just two lads, like you said, sat down in a pub, chatting about the favourite music, the toys that they've had, what's basically happening, and it's got that lovely feel about it.
Yeah, we it's just us having chinwag, chewing fat. That's all it is. There's a lot of vape shows out there, and we didn't want it to be just purely about a vape show. Yeah. And it was so like no, I've got this new album I'm listening to, or I've got something interesting to talk about other than vaping, because I think people like to know other things about you besides vaping.
You talk quite about movies as well, don't you? Every time I catch it, you talk about movies.
Yeah, we do a lot of movies.
We do. We're terrible on the movies, but a lot of the stuff we do is led by chat. We always try and work chat as part of the show because they are. They're like a little family. And it's like having somebody sat across you from the table. So if somebody brings something up in chat, we will go down that route. Yeah. And it's led to some fantastic conversations. It's led to some filth. But I blame Sinner. But I think at the end of the day, what we're aiming for is just as if you've been sat with a load of friends with a pint in front of you, just enjoying life. Yeah.
And I think that's what really makes that show. I really do, that whole feel.
Sorry, what I was going to say was also, it's sort of like, even now that we're all down in lockdown, we are communicating with people. They are actually talking to people. So there might be somebody in chat that's all on their own. And we are probably the only communications that they're actually having with somebody else. So it's nice to interact with people. And then obviously you find out over a period of time that sort of like all of a sudden you've got so much in common with each other. Especially when we went on the music thing. The music thing was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh, it was mad.
Here you go. We might as well do it. Ian Morey in chat says, okay, guys, what is your favourite movie? Mine is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Tell you what, in chats, let us know in there what your favourite movie is as well. We'll go straight to Flat Cap, actually. What's your favourite movie, bro?
Oh. Do you know what? I really like a film called Lucky Number Slevin.
Slevin?
Slevin.
Good film. Good film.
Love that film.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's got all sorts of big names in it, but it's just, how do you explain it? It's just a very...
It's almost like a Quentin Tarantino-ish film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a massive twist at the end. It's just brilliant. Yeah.
It really is good. I mean, think Usual Suspects, but with a bit more comedy. That sort of feel. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
What's yours, BFG?
So, mine? Oh, God. All-time Forrest Gump.
Ooh. I like Forrest Gump.
Cool.
Good call. I like Forrest Gump. What about yours, bro?
Jeeps. Hellraiser.
I was going to say, it's obviously me and Mark watched it. Well, Mark, I don't we watched it all together. I don't have to say anything. He knows exactly what my favourite film is, and it is Stand By Me by, obviously it was by Stephen King. And that's, was that my birthday present or Christmas present?
Christmas present. And
I've actually got the film cell in there as well.
A couple of people are saying Shawshank Redemption as well, but then Dean's just put Bicentennial Man. That's a really
good choice.
I wouldn't have thought of that. No, that is a good film, actually.
I'll tell you what. I bet you all know what Irish put in there. Debbie Does Dallas. I would not have expected anything else from there. I thought he might have changed it to Jenny, but Jenny Does Dallas. What else have we got in there? We have got the Shawshank, which Shawshank's a brilliant film, isn't it? You can't have that.
American History.
Now that's a good film and all. Highlander, The Crow, another one of mine and Mark's favourites.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, I've got another favourite that may surprise. P.S. I Love You.
That's a crier, that, innit?
Oh, is it?
That's a crier.
That's a crier.
Another one, Still Crazy, that's good as well. But yeah, that is a proper crier, that. And there's another one as well that always makes me cry. Now, I only get into about 20 minutes into it, is I Am Sam with Sean Penn.
God.
I Am Sam, that sets me off. And Mark knows the other one that sets me off as well is Awakenings.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh.
Yeah. The bit that starts me off crying, and I mean I sob like a baby, is the bit when he's at that fucking thing and he's watching I Don't Want You to Come Anymore, and he sat watching her go, oh man. Another Robin Williams film, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. What's
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman?
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman, yeah. It was, what's it called? My mum loved it, didn't she? Oh, what's it called?
See no evil, hear no evil.
That's it, yeah.
If you want Robin Williams films, What Dreams May Come,
that's brilliant,
Fisher King,
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams, that is awesome. I love that film.
Fisher King.
If you've ever lost a dog, then don't watch Marley and Me.
Oh no, don't watch that one.
That'll destroy you.
Oh,
I rolled my eyes out with that one.
Yeah, the kids did as well.
what's the film with Richard Gere and it's based on a true story that happened in Japan. And the dog used to come with him to the train station.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh, I rolled my eyes out with that one.
Every day he comes to the train station and then he died. And the dog just waits at the train station. And if it wasn't for people feed, Hachi, I think, something
Hachi,
like that.
that's it, yeah, Hachi.
Actually, I might have to
Oh,
watch
you
that.
should watch that one. It's a right tearjerker.
Oh, man, I haven't bawled as much in years. However, if you want a good film to watch with a wife, that one's Brownie Points.
And another one is The Notebook.
Oh,
The Notebook.
yeah.
The Notebook. You get to watch that one. That is a right tearjerker. You'll be bawling your eyes out like babies.
Mark will tell you about with my dad. My dad were brilliant because you know when a film had come on and he were going to cry because he'd put his hand on side thingy and then he'd cover his nose, he'd put it like that, and then all of a sudden he'd go like that and he'd do it. And my mum will be going, "There, silly buggers off again." It's only the polls results.
Well, when you don't get them 3-score draws, yeah.
That's it. Me, Mark, and Sally had only been shouting at about 16. So, well, you two bloody shut up over there laughing like girls.
I'll tell our house, absolute silence while the pool results were being read out.
Yeah, but the thing is that we were walking around like...
In fact, at one point, we just finished his pork chops. We had to pull this balaclava down, get dressed in black, and try and get under all the fucking them laser beams.
All you can hear is...
I'll tell you what, Dean's just come up with a cracker, Watchmen.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that is a good film. If you're sick of Marvel sweetness, watch The Watchmen.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Oh,
Another
well,
good one, if you like Hellraiser and that lot, Event Horizon with Sam Neill.
Oh, that's a right film, Event Horizon.
Yeah, but I saw that when I was 12 and I'd never again.
Is that got Dustin Hoffman in, hasn't it?
No.
What's
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill? Is that the one where they go back up for that spaceship?
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill.
Why did I think it were Dustin Hoffman?
Because they look very similar, to be honest.
I must have been squinting.
I do hate though when someone says, "Oh, have you seen this film?" No, I ain't seen it. What? You haven't seen that? How have you not seen that film? And it could just be like any film. I mean, I get mad when people say they haven't seen.
I get that with football. When someone says to me, "Oh, about football," what? You're gay?
Well, I do. Yes, I actually love netball.
Yes, I am.
I've been Dick Whittington 7 times. And it wanted Panto.
It'll be 8 if his luck's in. Oh, Outbreak. No,
God, you don't want to be watching that at the moment.
What's that one that me and Lou watched it? We told. I think you'd already seen it, Mark. And it just hits it right on the head about what's happening now, and it's obviously come from a bat and etc. What was it called? And that had some right stars in it. Contingency.
Contagion.
I remember.
Yeah, was that called Context or something like that? It
Contagion.
had Gwyneth Paltrow in it. It had obviously memorable names. It had like a really big star cast in there. Devil Vape to put in. That was just so close to it with the cough and that were in 2006 that come out.
Yeah, but I mean, you watch Outbreak. And they do that where he coughs in the cinema, and you see all the splatter.
Don't. Now, Jenny's brought up a couple of good ones. Queen of the Damned in Interview with the Vampire.
Oh yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
I
Both
love
of them
Queen of the
crackers.
Damned.
Now, if you like those, I can highly recommend John Carpenter's Vampires. And there's a follow-up to that stars John Bon Jovi. And that's worth watching as well.
If you're talking John Carpenter, it's got to be Escape from New York. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Snake Plissken.
or Escape from LA.
The
was
interview
actually
with
quite
Vampire, I love.
I preferred Queen at Dam, to be honest with you. I thought it were a bit more edgier, and it also had a feel of the Crow in it as well.
What was that other one that they were a vampire film? And Ollie liked it as well. I can't remember what it was called, but that was another one. It'll come to me. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is a taste of what you get on their show on a Sunday, and it's a lovely sort of feel to it as well. At 2:00 in the afternoon, you've just either had your dinner or it's ready to be cooked, and you want something to chill out. Then there's nothing else on television. You want to be getting over to the Solo channel at 2 p.m. for Tales from the OHM.
Oh, yes.
Right then, let's go and do a little bit of some deals. There isn't a load of deals around, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the little bit of a bumper like we normally do. And do you know, every time I play this bumper when Salford's on, he talks ongoing, and it sounds a bit like my dad. I don't know when he plays this bloody bumper. I can't bloody see it. That's all you can normally hear when you put it on.
It's a goddamn deal, Salford!
So, what deals have we got? The wonderful Mr. Flatcap.
Well, I'm not going to have done such a good a job as the wonderful Salford himself. Excuse me. But thanks for your links earlier, Aidan.
Half of them didn't even work. Salford, I don't know how you do it. I found all these. I thought, well, these are fucking easy. I'll just click on them, send them across. I didn't realise they were from 2000 and whatever.
Yeah, Salford, if you're still here, Aidan sent me links to links that linked a link. So you end up clicking on 4 different links before you get to the product, and then the end says 404 error, doesn't exist. Anyway, most of them are good. So anyway, let me share this screen. I'm not moaning, Aidan, honestly.
Sorry, bro.
Right. How's that looking, Aidan? All good?
Wicked.
I know there was problems with this one originally. The Fush semi-mech mod, semi-regulated single 18650. They've only got one left. There was 2 left this morning, but one has been bought.
And you bought it?
Yeah. Yes, I did. And they've only got it in white as the only option. So if you want that, 25 quid, which I think is a bit of a steal.
I've got one of them. I ain't reviewed it yet.
Have you not?
No, I will obviously be reviewing it because the shit's all coming in, is there?
So
it's the baby Fush. Is that the baby Fush?
No, this is the full-on single 18650 version. So yeah, it's a bypass. It's a mechanical bypass.
I actually messaged Mark when I got that. He says it doesn't really matter what you're putting in, obviously.
So it's not a mech then?
It's a semi-regulated mech mod. So
it can't be how can it be a semi-regulated?
Well, it's a. Here we go.
Where's the mech part coming to it?
Maybe it's just the shape. It's just using bypass, so it's not a proper mechanical mod, is it?
It's the one that lights up and does discos, isn't it?
Yeah, you shake it to the side.
But I take it it's got a bit more protection there. It's got your short circuit and your overload and all that stuff, isn't it? Low voltage, polarity.
It's semi-mechanical, like you get semi-mechanical mods. Obviously, it's got protection in there, and it's run as like a mechanical bypass.
Yeah.
You've got the switch on the bottom. You still have to screw the switch up and stuff.
So is it a MOSFET then?
Probably similar, I imagine. Yeah. Probably.
It mentions chip in it.
Inbuilt chipset. Yeah, that's just purely for like if you see overload protection, short circuit, overheat, blah 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 blah. So 8-second cutoff. So it's kind of like a halfway house between a regulated.
Oh, it's perfect for somebody that's would like to get into mechanical mods but are a little bit nervous and want that protection.
Your current output's capped, isn't it? So it's spot on.
And also, it is very good if you get shot at, because apparently the plastic that's at the front is bulletproof.
Bulletproof?
It's bulletproof.
Bulletproof?
Well, Trigger's comment says it all, really. Autofire's like a bitch.
That's what I heard originally, yeah. That's what I heard originally. I'm hoping if you do buy the last one in stock that it's from the later versions and it doesn't have that issue.
I don't think it all depends on, because you still have to screw the button in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I did look a proper knobhead though when I went to Working Men's Club with. They're all going, "What you brought your disco for, fatty?"
Right, I know nothing about this one.
I thought they'd turn around and said, "Is that a semi, or are you just pleased to see me?"
I tell you what, if my semi glue, I've got a neon prick.
Thank you for that mental image.
Wait until we stay over at Expo.
Little bro sneaking into the bedroom, and all of a sudden you've got a lightsaber. Come on.
Lightsaber, it'd be the mini foosh.
Oh, Steve, what was that film where they got the day glow condoms?
Oh, God. Yeah, because the end of the film was just...
Oh, you can see his film.
So we've got, before they start on about nobblers, we've got the Aspire, isn't it?
The Aspire Sprite AIO pod, 2 mil pod. They've got all the colours here at Washington Vapes. I don't know much about this one at all, to be quite honest with you. And there's not a lot on here. Little mouth to lung jobby by looks things. BBC coils. Only a tenner.
Again, if for a tenner, if you want something to stick in the car, something to stick in your purse or something like that you obviously don't take a big mod out with, for a tenner, a couple of them, you're sorted.
Not bad little kit. You had one a while back.
They're not bad. I've not reviewed it. They're not bad. I've heard they're all right.
Not bad little kit. They're handy because they've got a dust cap on as well. So for argument's sake, you're a lorry driver or someone that works in a dirty environment, they're bang on for that.
Yeah, and it does use Aspire's BBC coils, so you'll be able to get hold of them anywhere pretty much. So that's good.
Sorry, dude. Skin Deep. John Ritter film.
Skin Deep, that's it.
Skin Deep.
Blake Edwards directed.
Now, I think this tank, I'm actually using the NRG, which comes with the Swag 2 kit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it's an absolute corking tank. I've got no problem with it at all.
Yeah, the coils last pretty well as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another one. This is the 5 mil capacity one as well. And there's a number of coils for this. There's a ceramic one, isn't there? Then there's a couple of mesh coils.
Yeah, there's the C coils. You've got the M4 mesh, and I think it goes all the way up to the M8s as well. There's absolutely loads of coils you can get for this.
Yeah.
And obviously, a lot of the Vapor SO coils are compatible with other coils as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not bad for...
15 quid.
A couple more quid for the others, but yeah, not a bad sub-ohm tank, really.
That's
the next
the
one,
sort of deal you want.
Vaping 101. Now, this Omeo Wasp Nano mouth-tongue RTA, I don't know if people... I keep looking at it because I quite like the Wasp, the RDA, and the RTA. $13.99, Vaping 101. And
I remember the first expo that me and Mark went to, we were both hunting around for the Wasp Nano. Because it were a simple thing for me to build on when I first started. Me and Mark, but I don't know if you still use it for your juice reviews. I still use it for mine. Yeah, corky flavour.
Yeah.
I've got the Wasp Nano RTA, just the standard RTA, and that's really good.
Yeah, I like the RTA. I think the RTA is good. For a little single coiler, and this looks like a similar, I don't know where you guys can see that, it's a similar build deck as well, or pretty much identical. And for the price, I think you can get it about the same price elsewhere, but this is just one side that
$13.99 though for a nice little mouth to lunger.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
To be fair, I mean, I use 101 a fair whack and never had a problem yet with delivery.
Yeah,
never a problem.
Me neither. Right. Another one from Sourcemore, Aidan.
Yeah, it's the Target. I thought for $26, I didn't think that were bad. It's an half decent mod as well. By what I've never actually had one, but by what I've watched on reviews on it, it's not a little bad mod.
2 amp fast charge, 2,000 milliamp hour internal battery, 5 to 50 watts. Yeah.
For the price, I didn't think it were bad.
No. Not a lot of all the pictures are all. Yeah, the pictures aren't very helpful.
It's the start of the look of it, like with that knobbly bit of plastic. It's the start of the look of the Gen, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Right, on to number one. I don't want to click stop share. Oh, this is what I was getting at. See, this is the link you sent me, and then I got. But we found it. Now, I think I've seen this Wismec elsewhere for a similar price. But it's a nice little squonker.
Now, I had just the normal, I can't say it, Latoxic. I can't even say it. We had the fun last time. But they've obviously changed the service. It's not a bad little swanker at all.
No.
The only thing that I found with it is that the bottle was like, you get like I call it like the three bears. You either get it too squidgy or you get it too hard. That were too squidgy. It wasn't just right.
Right.
But not bad at all. Single
little
80,
chip in it.
650.
80 watts. Nice little display there. Fairly simple little bit of kit. Nice simple squonker. 24 quid. And source more generally seems to be pretty good. When it takes a bit longer to get to you, but generally it's not too bad getting.
Yeah, the purple one looks really nice.
I like the basketball one.
It's something a little bit funkier, isn't it? And for the price, you could punt 25 quid at it, couldn't you?
Yeah. Another one that I haven't even got a chance to look at. $7.99 down from 34 quid. So I'm not sure. Let's find out. Let's do some digging together. Stainless steel, 20 watts, 1500 milliamp hour internal battery. Yeah, nice little, like you say, a nice little spare mod or something you can keep in the car.
Yeah, I thought for the price, if you just look at it, it looks quite nice, doesn't it?
It's got a very special sub OHM tank as well, which is
yeah.
And I like the mechanical mod bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, that says a lot, doesn't it?
If you like Starlings, then you might be interested in this. Save the Starlings.
It's got an air feed 510 as well.
I mean, again, going back to the price of it, £8.
Ironically, there was a bloke on Vaping with Vic's live show the other day. He was asking for a modern mod that had 510 airflow.
You know what would be good with this one though, because of the price of it. It'd be ideal to put a little mouth to lung tank on because it only goes to 20 watts.
Yeah.
Perfect little mod to stick a little mouth to lung tank on, like the Wasp Nano.
Yeah,
nice
battery for days.
Yeah. A couple more that I've picked up on, one of which I got myself was the Hugs Vape Ring Lord eSig 101. I quite like this dripper. It's very unusual. It's been out for quite a while. I think it's 28 millimeters. Have you guys seen it before, haven't you?
I might get one of them. They look really nice.
I was tempted when they first came out. I was tempted to get one, to be honest.
Yeah. So what you've got is these two airflow posts that they have little O-rings on them, and you can pull them out. Then you put your build in with your coil, like in the middle there, wick it up. So the airflow comes in the bottom, up through these two posts, and then pretty much around the majority of the coil. They are pretty big. I think 28 millimeters. I think that's what they are. 27 mil. But yeah, I mean, they are quite nice. I think you get a spare glass as well, which is handy. But it's all in one. There's no separate drip tip. It's all in one.
And that's for $7.99.
Yeah.
I think I'll be ordering one of them after the show.
Yeah. It's quite handy on, like, I quite like eSig one when you're the old clearance bits. And then you can just, I'll tell you what
I do as well. I love the glass bits of it. We did the Steam Crave one, didn't we, Mark? And I love the glass on that.
Yeah, and it's like the Gas Mods Cree RTA.
I've still got me Trinity glasses as well.
Yeah. But that's all the deals. Obviously, I don't think we've done as good a job as Salford, but I think we've, considering the circumstances, I think we've done
think we did too bad there. But old Salford, he doesn't have to dig them deals out. Obviously, that's what I know he wouldn't like to say that, but...
paid for.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's BFG gone?
I don't know. Where is BFG gone?
He's gone to order the Hugs Vape Ring Lord.
He might be back in a second. He might have his computer might have
he's gone underneath the flat cap. You were there a minute ago.
Triggers asked if the glass get hot. In my experience, no. In my experience, I didn't notice it getting hot as such. It does get warm, and the moment you put a build in it and vapes on that, it all condensates. So it doesn't look as pretty as when you first put a build in it. But
I never found it getting warm when we did the. It wasn't actually called an RDA. It was called an RDSA, wasn't it, from Steam Crave? Which had the glass.
Yeah.
You could either have the metal cap with it or you could have the glass. I never really saw that get warm. It never felt like it was getting warm. And that were a big chunky 30 mil of that. But the thing, what you get with the glass is you get that sort of bit better flavour because obviously you're getting a coating of the VG that's going around it and it gives you a bit more intense flavour.
The first time I ever had a glass RDA was I did a review of the Tesla Invader 3. And originally that came with the Tesla, what was it called now? I think it was called the Tesla Clapton RDA, and that was a clear glass one. And that was lovely, that.
You
really
got loads of
nice
views
idea.
on that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, just a bit.
Well, I'm into hundreds of thousands of it.
It's about 100,000 views.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I'm just on one. I'm waiting for that to happen. Got the ring lord last. Salford got the ring lord last month. You did a good job, guys. And yes, my channel was based on a budget vaping. It was like when I first started. Obviously, I went all juice, but then I moved on to sort of like the starter kits of stuff, and that was sort of how you sort of progressed, wasn't it? You started on juice, then the starter kits, and then you went on to your tanks and your RDAs, and then onto mods. It's how it was.
Yes, this is why I've always said I was pretty lucky, because I was almost thrust into some form of hardware through the EC Click thing. So I was immediately getting stuff that was just coming out, mods and tanks and stuff. So
that always helps. If you're getting that stuff up to date, it massively helps your channel.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I feel like if I watch some of mine back, because occasionally, it's like, get a bit nostalgic. When I watch it and I listen to myself and I think, I didn't really like, although it's easy to talk through a product. There was things that I probably, if I'd reviewed them now, I would have picked up on them. Whereas back then, I didn't have the experience, so I missed out on some things.
I think also, you do that anyway. You think after you've watched a review, you think, oh, I didn't mention the button, or I didn't mention this, or I didn't mention that. But as long as you've got the general gist and you've conveyed that over to the actual audience, you've done a good job. Obviously, you've had that entertainment value, and you've given the general information out. Because let's face it, a lot of people have already bought the device or the RDA or whatever you're reviewing, and they're just hoping to God that they've bought something decent.
It's like today I did the swag 2 and I forgot to mention, I actually broke it down. I could have just left all the coils you could have got for it, but I actually cut it and pasted it and did it so you could just see the 2 that you got with it. I could have basically left it with all of them, and I didn't mention it, which I should have done. But you get things wrong. I got wrong with the coil placement on here. I got that wrong. I wasn't the only reviewer who got it wrong, but I was the only reviewer who went there and put a video up and said I've done it wrong. But that's the thing of being human, isn't it? You do reviews, you're gonna get things wrong.
Yeah.
The amount of stuff that you do with videos. I would never
class myself as a professional reviewer.
No, absolutely not.
I'm just me. It's just I'm just trying it out because that's what I'm testing.
Or is there such a thing? Who's got any qualifications in reviewing vape products?
Exactly.
Nobody.
No.
Hey, bud. Yeah, no, you haven't.
No.
And to be honest with you, there's obviously a massive influx of reviewers. Obviously, from when Mark started and from when I started, and I think it's really good. You've got a lot of people with a lot of different styles, and Pud's just come in there. I know obviously he's coming on the UK Vape Show with me, but again, the quality and the style of his videos are really, really good. Your style and videos are absolutely fantastic. Mark, did you see that bit where he did him and his brother?
Yeah, that were awesome, that.
I just think that's like top notch. We've never done it like that, have we, Mark?
No, to be honest with you, I'm not that technical when it comes to computers and editing and that side of it. I do the best with what I've got because I'm all self-taught, and I do the best with what I've got. I've got loads of ideas up in my head, but actually being able to do them and having the time to do them.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of people don't realise how long an actual review can take you. Then you've got that motivation side of it as well. It's sort of like you've done a 12-hour shift. Do you really want to come home and start doing a review? And a lot of the times you really have to push yourself to say, yeah, I'm going to do a review tonight.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best thing.
That as well.
That's one of the good things about the whole reviewer side of things is other reviewers understand it. Like you watch someone else's review and you go, man, that must have taken them ages. Cool, they put some work into that bit. Cool, I like how they've done that. And so you appreciate other reviewers because of the things they're doing. You know, and that's one of the nice things.
You've got Dean in there now. Me and Mark and yourself, we've watched Dean from when he only had maybe 1,000 some odd subs, and he's always been an honest, straight reviewer. You don't get very much drama with him. You might get a bit of drama with the products, but you never get any drama in the vape world. He's always been like that type of bloke, hasn't he, Mark? He's always straight. He's always been nice to us. But he's one of them reviewers that you've just watched completely take off. And it is naturally what he's done because of how good he has been. And he's one of these reviewers, like you, Mark, that's what you do, he's constantly getting that stuff out. He might have had a couple of breaks here and there with family stuff and that, but he's constantly getting them videos out.
Yeah.
And that is one of the hardest things as a reviewer to be able to do.
Oh, doing the consistency bit, yeah, that is the hardest bit. Because, like I said, you've got to... Some days you just don't feel like doing a review. And you really don't. You've had a bad day at work or you've got problems in real life and you don't really... But you know you've got to do it. And it's when you have to force yourself sometimes to actually do a review, which we all go through it. Every single reviewer that you've ever seen will all go through it. So, like, do you know something? Today I don't really want to do this. I'd rather snuggle up and watch a film with missus, but... You know, you don't. You go for it.
It's that consistency that I really appreciate, and not just in the fact of doing 2 or 3 videos a week, but actually as a person, someone who's consistent with their behaviour and their attitude to others, and the whole thing. Someone who's consistent, you know, like you, Mark, and Aidan, all you guys, and Dean. You just how you are is how you've always been, and that doesn't go up and down or change. That's one thing I always respect, definitely.
When I first started out, I didn't want to have what shall we call a persona, because I knew I wouldn't be able to keep it up. And it's that there's a lot of reviewers out there, especially American reviewers, that there's a persona that it's not the real person that you will meet in the street, and I just can't do that. My face just lies instantly. I just can't do it. So like, no, I'm just me.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to get away with it.
No.
What you get on camera is you, and and what I love about that as well is you also get the what's the word that I'm trying to put where you also get the I can't explain what I want to mean. You get that not naive, the word's not naive. It's sort of that bit where you're also not you're confident about what you're talking about because you know what you're on about, but also underneath you've never been this person of being on a camera or that sort of way. You do it very, very well, but you can still see that little bit of naturalness behind you.
I still get nervous even now. I've been doing it for God knows how long. I still get nervous, and it's so like you stumble, you're worried that you're stumbling your words, you worry about that you're not going to get the information correctly out and things like that. I still get that now. And it's the most weirdest thing. It's so hard to explain to somebody. You're just talking to a camera. There's nobody else in the room. You're just talking to a camera. And that feels weird as anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the best thing about it, even the camera goes to me, hey, let me get a word in edgeways, fatty. Mo, bro, you are lovely. You are natural. Your heart's definitely in the right place. Let's go on to BFG, because obviously I'd met you at Expo with Mark, and obviously we don't live that far away. And we spoken plenty of times together. I was still on the show with Mark, the OHM service, which is absolutely corking show, at the time when you came on. And first couple of weeks, it took you a little while just to find your feet, but I think you just ran off with it. You've now got your persona out there, which is obviously naturally you. You are very funny. I do like the matron bits that you do as well. Is it roughly, are we coming up to, are you over a year yet, or are you a year that you've been on it, or?
Just coming up. The first show I appeared on was a year, but joining Mark on the OHM service and Tales from the OHM, we're just shy a couple of weeks, aren't we, mate?
Just shy.
Shy, that's us.
And I think you've fitted in there absolutely fantastic. I love your news bits. I love your banter with the chat, because you do that so well. you get on there, you have a nice report to everybody, you've got things that you remember from last week and the week before that and the week before that, and you bring it up at the points, and I think you've fitted in really, really nice, and you're doing a corking job. For somebody who, when I first met him, was quite retiring and shy, to come on here, and obviously you're doing the reviews at the minute. Are you enjoying them?
Yeah, I do written rather than video. I find written a lot easier. I don't know about Gaz, because I know you do both, don't you, mate? So,
Are you reviewing juices, aren't you, as well? I don't know how. Are you reviewing juices?
I've been doing juices, yeah. See, you've just finished the Right Squad Nick Salts. I started doing those for It's Not Smoke over in Retford. So
I couldn't write down what I say because it would sound like a load of old gums. I don't know how you could. I honestly couldn't. I couldn't type down my thoughts on a e-liquid. I'd really struggle with that.
I'd struggle with the written review full stop, because I'd read it and then I'd change something, then I'd read it again, then I'd change something else, then I'd read it, and I would be continuously doing that.
I probably spend more time doing the writtens than I do the videos now.
I actually found the written really good, and I sat there and sent it over to EC Click. I was talking to Johnny, and Johnny went, "Yeah, that's a brilliant. We'll talk to you, but he never talked to me afterwards." So it must have been an absolute pile of shite. He did say to me, "We'll get you on there," and I spent one of them get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. I thought, right then, after I put my Miss Marple pen behind the back of my fucking ear, went and got the kids. Everybody read it. I got the next door neighbour out. Do you think that actually reads all right? I got that Grammarly. Put it all the way through.
Grammarly.
My best friend.
It is. I sent it over to him. It's absolutely brilliant, that, mate. You've done a really good job, that. Never heard back.
I think...
I just feel like Weight Watchers all over again.
Oh, bless you. I try, rather than putting my thoughts down, I'm almost trying to have a conversation. A one-sided conversation with somebody.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the hard bit about writing things down, is putting yourself into it, isn't it? You know, it actually putting some personality into it, trying to be quirky, but not trying to sound like a div at the same time. You want it to kind of be enjoyable to read.
Writing in blood.
You what, mate?
Writing blood.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Put yourself into it.
Leave your kidney as a full stop.
Nice red dwarf.
Yeah, I know. Wait for somebody to say that.
I'm impressed.
1988, sat on my bed watching that with my brother.
It's fun. I never meant to start reviewing, but they said, "Do you want to try this and tell us what you think?" And I ended up writing it down and sort of sending it into the lads. And they said, "Oh, brilliant. Do you mind doing some for our website?" So I've
You said they say, we'll call you and don't call us or something.
Look, I didn't want to mention the pleading, all right?
Is it?
So, but it fitted in with us. We wanted new content for Mark's website, Solo and Reviews. Get yourself over there if you've not had a look.
And you obviously designed all that as well, didn't you?
We.
Yeah, you both did it.
I pressed the buttons.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean it that way, but you designed the bit.
No, I press the buttons. He tells me what he wants.
I designed
sounds like my wife.
He made it.
That's what I meant, you know that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always handy. We all know how it is. You have an image in your head of what you want, don't you? And if you're lucky enough to find somebody who can make it, you're laughing. Well, that's us.
See, I'm not very technical. I mean, I can't even read. So
cobblers.
He can read. Don't stop.
I can't read. Internet. I can't blooming add up.
a little known fact about Solo: he has a natural talent for design that you wouldn't believe.
Well, no, because if you go back to it, Mark is an absolutely fantastic drawer. and always has been an artist. So he is, and he's always obviously done his own music, his own bits. So that sort of design thing has always been there. I just think the actual going from a BBC from when he were at school to actually come into up to date.
Yeah. I think the only skill that I'm lacking is sort of like learning how to actually do all the stuff that's in my head on an actual computer. Because the ideas that I have running around in my head and different ideas and designs and things like that, I would love to be able to do, but I just don't know how to do them literally on a computer.
Obviously, you get into that big milestone age, aren't you?
Pardon?
You get into that big milestone age soon.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So maybe it's time to maybe go back to college and maybe learn.
I am a silver surfer.
I fucking love that bit. I'll never catch him up. He'll always be 8 years older than me.
I will always be 8 years older than you.
And then if you don't catch the in-between and the birthdays, he's 9 years.
Yeah, but I had you for nearly a whole year thinking you were a year older than you were.
It wasn't nearly a whole year. It were only a month. I'm going there. I think I were about 30-something. He was one at first expos I'd gone to. I think about 36 or something. And he says to me, "You're not. You're 37. I went, "I'm not. 36. He says, "No, I'm this age and you're..." I went, "I must be 37 then." So I'm going through day thinking, I can't be 37. I was 36 before. So it took me a month to work out. Well, he's right. I'm actually 36, not 37. Weird. That's what beer does to you. And TikToks.
Don't
TikTok.
get me started on that.
Yeah.
See, that's another Markism as well. You see, Matt Lads, Sweaty Betty.
1 minute I'm drinking coffee, next minute I'm spraying coffee. Thanks, mate.
The best thing about it, well, the reason why I did the second one is because Flatcap sent me a private message saying that men get slept with from behind by the wife if they do TikToks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one as well.
So Flatcap, we do. Obviously, you did a slight reveal on the Saturday show, and I felt a little bit that I should stick around with my brother and be close to you. Are we going to give him the big reveal?
Yeah.
Go on then, get your hat
What
off.
are we calling it?
The Flatcap pull off.
Where?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. We've all thought like we've just come out of Auschwitz.
Yeah.
The best thing about it was I didn't know BFG were going to join in.
I didn't mind my beard trimmers. Well, my wife did it.
I just thought I'd tidy myself up for coming on, yeah.
Mine's all there, all grey. And
I had like a mini panic. I was like, when am I going to get to a barber's next? What am I going to do? I just panicked and literally got the wife to get rid of it.
The best thing about it is I'm quite happy that you've got patches too.
Oh, mine's really patchy.
Yeah, mine
It's
as well.
really bad.
My
No,
patches
yours
are
looks
natural, boys.
It got to that point though where everything was like, it was so big to put my hat on, it was like an afro.
Yeah.
It didn't feel nice
the
at
same
all.
problem. I have the same problem with my jeans, mate.
Piff, puff, puff.
Oh, bless you. See,
So-
that stopped conversation, didn't it?
We are at the witching hour. It's been an absolute fantastic show. I've really enjoyed it, lads. Please make sure everybody in chat goes over to see Benny Vapes. Put hashtag Fireman Sam. He's doing his mixing stuff. I just really want to say it's a pleasure to have both you lads on here. Not only because my brother's here and also BFG, I know you so well. It sounds like a song with Mum like that, wouldn't it? Barbara Streisand.
I know him so well.
I can just see that domino, chessboard thing that she's got.
Yeah.
You know, Ingram.
Ingram.
Ingram
on,
at my dad's garage.
Gary, stick it on, lad.
Please,
Go on,
if you've not been down to see the show, which I'm sure everybody in this chat has gone down and saw the show, please go over to the Tales from the OHM Sunday, 2 p.m. on Solome's channel. It is, like we've done tonight, just a complete and utter chill out. A really good show, and I really do love watching it. I normally get it on the catch-up. But yeah, lovely people. I'm going to pass it over to my brother to say the first goodbyes.
They're dead.
They're dead.
They're dead.
They're dead. They're dead.
Honest,
Everybody's dead, Mark.
they're all dead.
What, even the cat?
Just want to give you two guys a big shout out and say thank you very much for having me and Steve on the show. It's been awesome. Guys in chat, wave, and big loves to you all. Right, pass it over to you.
Pass it over to the BFG.
Well, like Mark said, thanks, guys, for having us on. It's brilliant. I mean, Gaz has been sending us checks, and this is twice now in a week.
Yeah, I know. He spoiled me. Killing me.
Chat, thank you so much. I apologise for disappearing. Slight technical issues. Bloody laptop. But we'll see. Join us on Sunday if you can for Tales from the OHM, because we have a very special guest.
We do, yes.
I'll just tease you with that. So, Gaz, time for buys.
Bye. No, thank you, everyone. Chat and the moderators always doing a lovely job. Always keeping the show going. Thank you, everyone. You two lovely gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Always like being on with you two. So yeah, actually it's only the second time, but it's been nice to. Oh no, I think I did show you once before as well, Mark. I can't remember, but it's been an absolute pleasure. And of course, Aidan, lovely Aidan, and we miss Mr. Salford. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next week.
Please get over to Salford's channel if you are friends with him on Facebook. Just send him a bit of love. Go and say, love from the 3 Men and a Vape show. He could do with it. The poor lad's a little bit rough at the minute. Big love to my brother. If you are not subscribed to him, please go over to solomereviews.com. Go and give him a sub. He is an absolute corking reviewer and a really nice bloke. But I have to say that because my mum told me to do it. All the way over to the BFG. He's an absolute fantastic bloke as well. Make sure you get over as well this week. Tales from the OHM on Sunday. You've also got the OHM service where they're doing a quiz, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got the big quiz.
The big quiz on Thursday. You can get that at 7 o'clock, doesn't it, Mark?
7 o'clock Thursday.
Again, on the Solo channel. I'm looking forward to that, the big quiz.
I'm not.
I spent all yesterday afternoon sorting out 30 questions.
It's hard. It's not easy.
It is hard. I didn't realise. I thought, doing a load of questions, that'll be easy. No.
I've done it for the Savs. I've done it for the other carnation of the Late Vape show on here. Make sure you get over as well to Mark's Solo site as well, because you can pick up BFG's written reviews as well. Really, really good stuff. I think they're absolutely corking. A big shout out to our spanners, all the people in chat. You make this show. Thank you so much. Big love from me, and we will see you next week. Same back channel. As well as, I don't know if you saw Mark, Adam might be coming back. Great British Vapes. He sort of did a little thing on his channel and said that he didn't do a video. He just put, like that message thing up that he might be coming back.
Oh, awesome.
So you never know. There might be 3 Men and a Vape show, a one-off show coming back if he comes back. I'd be way up for that and a good old giggle.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to do that. Big love to you all in chat. Get over to Benny Vapes and tell him that he looks like Fireman Sam. Big love from me. Big love from you. And where did I put the outro? The outro. Good night.
Outro. His name was actually Benny.
No, his name's... Is it Steve or Dave? Mark. It's Mark. Piss flaps. Throwback beat.
Hashtag
It's cheaper than black pudding.